How's it going, everybody? Chris here. Welcome back to another episode of The Casual Gamer. Today I just wanted to talk a little bit more about Multiversus. I won't be making too many more videos about this game, but I wanted to kind of share my thoughts about, I won't necessarily say the drama, but kind of the back and forth going on with this game right now, whether it's good or bad, and some of the stuff that we've all heard about in other videos, or most of us have heard about. To start this off, so everybody knows, I am not a platform fighter gamer in the sense of, I don't make a living off these games. I'm not professional at these games. I don't play a bunch of them. I play Smash Brothers when I'm, at parties and stuff and they're playing it. I play occasionally with friends, but that's about it. Okay. So this is coming from a casual perspective of somebody who's just likes these characters, wants to try it out, wants to play it, the common person, right? I just want to share, before we get into things that I'd like to see improved, because there are things that need to be improved. I'm just going to say it. I do like this game. I do enjoy this game for what it is right now, but it does have problems. And if this game honestly is going to survive long term, a lot of these problems probably need to be addressed, despite me liking it right now. And me liking it doesn't mean I'm satisfied with where it is right now and that it doesn't need improvements. I'm enjoying the game. So let's start and talk about what I like about this game. And first off, the characters. I love DC. I love a lot of the Warner Brothers properties. I didn't realize actually how much I did until this game came out. And you're like, oh, I like the Looney Tunes. I like DC. I like a lot of these characters. They do a good job with the designs of these characters. Obviously they're all kind of cartoony and things like that, but they do a really good job with it. Most of the characters, especially the DC characters, I really, really like. I also like the cosmetics for these characters, like a lot of games don't really have cool cosmetics, or, the cosmetics they do have are just color swaps, and, they charge you 20 bucks for it. And some of them are color swaps, right? And have minor differences, but you could see, skins like the Samurai Batman that's really goes out of their way to design something that's cool. And I really like that. And even something that's kind of a color swap, but not really, because it is obviously, you can tell the animated Batman and the default Batman is a different design. Having like the animated Batman is really, really awesome. Hopefully we get one for the Joker, but a lot of these skins just are really, really cool. And I think a lot of people are going to like that. I like that. That's something that I like to see in these type of games, is having that, variation that I can customize my character with. The other thing is I really like the look and, feel of this game beyond the characters, right? There's something about this game that I really enjoy looking at and playing. It just has a charm to it that you feel, and I really like. A lot of people have talked about the camera zoom, with the camera being pulled in and zoomed in a lot. I personally don't have a problem with it, and I actually kind of like it, but I understand why some people don't. It kind of goes with the speed of the game that people are talking about, of it being slower. I actually like the pace of the game right now. I don't mind the speed. However, I'm kind of indifferent if they were to pull the camera back or boost the speed of the games. I still probably wouldn't care either way. So I'm kind of indifferent on that. So I'm not really going to get into, what it should be, because I don't really care too much. However, that being said, from what I could tell, it's probably best to speed it up, because I feel like a lot of people are bummed that it's not sped up like it was in the beta, and I think most people probably really wouldn't care that much if it was. So it's probably a good idea for them to do that. Last couple things too that I wanted to say that I do enjoy is, one, the voice acting. Like, it is great to have, like Kevin Conroy as Batman.
I'm here. What do you need?
Come on. Like, it's so good to have like a lot of these voice actors back playing these iconic characters, and even the ones that aren't necessarily maybe the voice that you are used to hearing. Maybe like Wonder Woman.
If you've ever met a woman like me.
But you see what I mean? But they still do a good job. It's nice to have voice acting. I think originally the Nickelodeon kind of Smash game didn't have voice acting, and it was a little off-putting, but it's good to have that here. So going back again to the You know, the 2v2s I really enjoy in this game. I'm not very good, obviously. I'm not very good at all, but I still enjoy playing it. It's kind of a, you know, Smash-like that I really like. That's obviously not Smash. Another thing that I do like about this game, and I believe they improved it for the official launch, is I like that the character models are bigger. I have an easier time, and I don't know if this also is because of camera zoom. I'm certain that even if you back the camera out, but you adjust the models accordingly, it'll kind of be the same effect. But it's a lot easier to see where I'm at. The outlines being a bit thicker, and then the ability to customize those outlines. You know, if you want the colors, if you don't want them, if you want them, you know, that's a really big plus too. Personally, I like the way it is, and I like being able to see where I'm at. Okay, so let's talk about some of the things that I think need improving in this game, and some of the stuff I have heard other people talk about, which I do agree with. Talk about battle pass experience. Right now, the only way you can really level up this battle pass is through completing these missions. Okay, through dailies, the weeklies, you know, whatever, some type of mission that you are completing. As of right now, you don't get any from playing matches or doing rifts, which for me really sucks because, you know, let's say you play and you completed all these missions for that day or the week or whatever, you're just kind of stuck. And on top of that, it lessens the reason for like to keep playing the modes other than just to be competitive and have fun. You should be getting at least a little bit of experience for this battle pass by doing matches. Maybe a little bit more if you win, a little bit less if you lose. But I hate playing a match and you worked hard on it and you don't really get anything out of return. That's something I think that needs to be improved, and Halo Infinite did the same thing. The other thing I don't like that I liked in the beta is the character masteries in this relaunch really sucks. Most of it is perk currency. You get a little bit of fighter currency and a tiny bit of Gleamium. Okay, but in the beta, I am almost positive you got cosmetics too. Like, I am pretty sure, I could be wrong about this because it's been a long time, but I'm pretty sure the animated Batman was like part of that. I could be wrong, but I know that there were some skins and some like little cosmetic things in there that were awesome. And I think you need to bring that back because this like perk currency and stuff means nothing. It doesn't mean anything. Or like, obviously it does, but you can get this other places. This doesn't need to be like, hey, level up Batman so you can get more perk currency. Like, I want to be able that by the time I get to this, you know, 15 or whatever, I have a really awesome skin that when I play, people can see, oh, he's, you know, he's mastered Batman. He's got the mastery for him. Like, cool little things like that. Emotes, whatever it is, that needs to change in my opinion. Like, I don't like masteries where it really doesn't mean anything. It's like, okay, yeah, you level up to 10, all you got was currency. And this isn't the only game that's done that, right? But it's kind of a useless mastery to just get fighter currency. Really, really don't like that. The other thing as well, when we go over to the store, and this kind of goes into the monetization of the game, for a little while, I was thinking that this wasn't really rotating because I would buy some stuff and then new things would pop up, like this Bugs Bunny's musical medley, What's Opera Doc. Like, they were there after, they popped up after I bought something, which is kind of cool to have new stuff pop up when you buy something. But for a while, it didn't look like things were rotating in the store. Like, some stuff was on a daily basis, like you get the daily deals. Eventually some of the stuff changed. I think the Steven's alter ego popped up. But I'd like to see personally a lot of this refresh, unless it's like an actual special that you want on there for a little bit. A lot of this stuff needs to rotate every day. I don't want to have to buy stuff to get the stuff that I want to show up. But that's a little minor thing that might just be a little bit slow on the rotation for me. On top of that, let's go down as well. See, I had all the fighters unlocked minus the Joker because of the beta. As you can see too, I have 12 character unlocked tickets, so I'm probably not going to be buying a character with real money for a while. However, I know a lot of people are having issues with unlocking characters in this game, the freeway. I don't really know how much they cost with real money. I don't know if that's you know, $10, $20. Hopefully it's not something that high. Personally, if I was making this game, I would have made this game where you have free characters, but you pay for their skins. I think that would have been amazing. However, I understand most fighting games, you don't just get free characters. You usually have to buy them. So I understand on average, I feel like most are like, you know, $5 to $8. So I feel like that's reasonable for a character, especially free to play. But at the same time, they're going to be charging a lot for skins. I mean, you look at stuff like this, like Between Two Fins. Like, sure, you're getting a skin. I think you're getting the character if you don't already have them, an announcer pack, a ring out, an emote, which really is about $20. It's gonna be about 20 bucks to do that. So, you know, you could chalk it up however you want, but I mean, that's almost like probably like a $10 character right there with another $10 for this stuff, I would think. And that was 25% off. That wasn't even like the valued price, I guess. So that's another thing I think they need to work around is store balancing and making sure that I understand it's free to play. I understand they have to charge stuff. You're going to have to pay for stuff for them to support the game. But it needs to be reasonable. Like, I'm not paying $20 for a color swap. You know what I mean? You give us something cool, give us something unique, give us something that's fair. On top of that, you know, when we talk about characters, I know in the beta, they had a training mode, and in the training mode, you were able to actually pick characters that you didn't have, that you didn't have already. Now I have all of them, so I can't really show you, but you had the ability to play characters that you didn't unlock, which I think is really cool. I understand why they took that out. I mean, most games don't have that, to be able to play a character before you buy them. However, that was something I felt unique about this game that not a lot of games do, that went a long way for the player base to be like, hey, try out this character, see how you like that character, and then, right, or buy them if you like them, don't buy them if you don't, right? There's always going to be a character for somebody, and I think it was just again, a tactic to be like, well, no, we want them to buy every character that we have, or we want them to buy every character we put out, whether they like them or not, to make more money. And for a company called Player First Games, it's not something that sounds very player first when you had that in the beta. Now you could chalk that up to it was a beta. They wanted you to try out the characters. Now that it's fully released, they don't want that. I don't know, but I feel like they should probably bring that back. I don't think they will, to be honest. I feel like playing characters offline that you don't have might be, I'd be surprised if they brought it back, but it'd be cool if they did bring it back. And I think one of the concerns I have too with this game, and this is something we'll have to wait and see, is how often and regularly they update this game. I was listening to an interview a while ago where they talked about, you know, they wanted to make sure they were being, I don't know if consistent was the word, but something like that. They didn't really say how often, but they wanted to be basically consistent. And which is great. Oh, well, there you go. Look, this is another thing. This can't happen. Okay, this has happened quite a few times. Not a whole lot, but I've been desynced for matches a few times. Content needs to be regular, whether that's monthly, you know, whatever it is, that you're getting substantial content. Whether that's a new character, new maps, new game modes, you know, whatever it is, because people will only play this for so long. Like, you'll have a hardcore player base that just really likes playing Bugs Bunny, really likes playing Jason or Wonder Woman. Let's get this started. But that's not gonna last if you don't add new stuff. And that's part of my concern with some of the offline content as well, is right now you really have like local stuff you can do, the rifts, and online. I can tell you right now, the rifts are going to get very old very fast by themselves. Especially like right now, it's a grind if you're trying to get Agent Smith for free. They're not very short, and it takes a while. So, and there's not a whole lot of stuff you're really unlocking in there. It is nice to get character mastery and, you know, work on your dailies and stuff if you don't want to play online. But with those, like I said, you know, they can get boring really fast. It was my problem with Mortal Kombat 1 in the Invasions mode, is it was really, really boring and tedious, and I didn't want to do it anymore. If they want this game to survive, they're going to have to add new stuff, especially when most people are going to want to play offline. That's the reality of it. Most people aren't going to want to play online and play against other people, which is, I know this is kind of advertised as being a little more competitive, but that's just the truth of it. In summary, I do like this game. I do like the gameplay. Even the game being slowed down a little bit, I still enjoy it. and I would still enjoy it too if they sped up the game. So I don't really have a preference either way in that regard. I love the characters. I like the voice acting. I just like the look and feel of the game. But there's things that need to be worked on. The store needs to be, balanced right. The pay aspects need to be balanced right. I know it's free to play, but it doesn't mean I hate this. Like, well, because you didn't pay $60 for the game, we're gonna charge you $60 for a skin type nonsense. It needs to be balanced right. There needs to be frequent and constant updates. Whether that's new characters, new maps, new modes, all of that needs to be added. I think they need to redo how the battle pass works and getting experience by playing matches, not just completing missions. I think the character mastery needs to be adjusted so you actually get something, worthwhile in there. Some of the offline stuff, you got to support the offline audience. You've got to support that. I don't think we're going to get it back where you can play characters you don't have. But that would be awesome to see. And going back to that offline content, again, I think Rift modes are going to get old. I'd like to see more different, unique offline things to do, and even online things to do, because I think some of that gets stale over time unless you're just really, really competitive and you like that kind of stuff. But for people like me who are a little more casual, we like things to chase. We like things to do. That's not just play the same maps, play the same characters, do the same thing, get nothing in return. Gets a little annoying. But sorry guys for the kind of the all over the place video. Again, I just wanted to share brief thoughts. I'm very hopeful for this game. I hope that the future is bright for this game. I want player first to succeed. I want this game to survive. There are characters that are kind of leaked in data mine that I would like to see in this game. I'd like it to live long enough to see them in this game. I'd like this game to live, forever. But they're not going to do it if they don't listen to the players. If you're going to name your company player first, you gotta listen to the players, regardless of what that is. There's a good game in here. It just needs to be adjusted a little bit. And I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy this. Who aren't already enjoying it. I'm going to keep playing it. I'm going to be playing it for a while on and off, but eventually I too am going to probably get bored with it if there's nothing more for me to chase. And the only thing that I can chase is like cosmetics in the store by just, having money in my wallet. I want stuff to get. I want cosmetics to get. And I think a lot of that, even if you just put those in the masteries, and even once you adjust the mastery level, you have some like prestige level. Or maybe you get like a different color skin for just being prestige 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. I think that would go a long way. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. How are you feeling about the game? Do you like the state it's in? Do you share the same feelings I have about what needs to be improved? Do you absolutely hate the game? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But that's it for me today. I'll see you guys on the next video.